Thank you for that. It's nice to see you.
Good to see you.
New details from Florida about the moments that police were trying to catch the school shooting suspect after the attack, and what FBI officials now say about their own failure to act on a tip before that attack. Plus, you heard how President Trump is pushing to arm trained teachers with guns. All attacks would stop, he wrote. We'll take you to a school where there are guns in school, around the school in safes, and our correspondent will show you how it works. That's after the commercial's not giving a reason for how or why the agency failed to act on a tip about the Florida shooting suspect. At an unrelated news conference today, David Bowditch admitted that the proper procedures were in place, but that the FBI did not follow them.
There was a mistake made. We know that. But it is our job to make sure that we do everything in our power to ensure that does not happen again. I'm not making excuses because what happened was a tragedy, truly a tragedy.
Meantime, the police who were trying to catch the suspect during the shooting say a delay in the school's security camera slowed them down. It was 20 minutes behind and nobody told them. That's what the Coral Springs police chief told the South Florida Sun-Sentinel newspaper. He said the video showed the suspect was still in the building when he had actually gone. It was as if the DVR had been paused and they were 20 minutes behind. But the police chief said the camera delay did not slow down the response to the injured students and teachers. Our Steve Harrigan is live again at the scene in Parkland, Florida. Steve?
Shepard, more details emerging in those chaotic minutes after the shooting began last week, and the videotape security system may have contributed to some confusion. Apparently, those tapes were on delay by 20 minutes, creating some confusion for some of the first responding officers who were concerned that the shooter might still have been in the building on the third floor, taking off his vest, dropping his weapon, when, as a matter of fact, the shooter had already left that building. Questions being raised also about the performance of the single security officer who was here at this 45-acre school center. He was the only one there. He was armed, and he did not fire a single shot. So questions being raised whether or not the security officer actually made contact with the shooter. Shepard.
I understand that teachers and faculty are coming back to the building tomorrow?
The teachers come back tomorrow. The students come back for a half day on Tuesday. Some things, though, will be different. Building 12, that's where the 900 freshmen were taught. That's where the shooting took place. That will still be closed. And they've come up with a plan for Florida lawmakers to actually tear down that building and rebuild it at a cost of $28 million. That would include $500,000 for a memorial. One more thing will be different also next week in Broward County schools. The security officers who guard those schools will now be carrying rifles. Shepard?
Steve Harrigan in Broward County at the school.